A former president of the Senate, Nnamani, has announced his intention to contest the presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress in 2023.
Indeed, Senator Nnamani at a press briefing in Enugu State says Nigeria needs statesmen like him to help reunite the country and rebuild its socio-economic infrastructure. Senator Nnamani says if he wins the presidency, he will be coming to the job with a lot of experience which he has garnered over the years as president of the Senate and top party executive, including previously being Nigeria's third citizen.
I believe that the role of a leader is to solve problems, not to offer excuses. I believe that the president in 2023 should be someone who will take the job so seriously to the point of inspiring Nigerians and lifting them to a higher level of performance. I did exactly that as President, Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The profile you need to be a president is not just your CV. It is mostly about your performance in the last high office you held, if any. I declare my intention to contest for the 2023 APC presidential primary, not from a sense of political career or as a form of national drama. This is a serious business. It is about justifying the trust of Nigerians of diverse ethnic and religious orientations who have called me to avail the nation once again the competencies, discipline, and character are displayed in the past.
Well, let's cross live now to Enugu State to speak to Senator Ken Nnamani. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight. Let me just begin by saying you're about the first person saying people have called you and not God. Most times we hear people say God has called them. And I think a good place to start tonight would be to ask you something you said earlier today in that declaration speech. You said Nigeria needs a Ken Nnamani to help unite the country. What does this connote? Are you joining the chorus of those who have said Nigeria has never been this divided under the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration?
Thank you for the issue you raised. The reason I made such comment is because at any given time in a nation's history, there's a type of quality that is required of leadership. I gave an example of 2005 when it was as if Nigeria was going to go to war, not physical combat, but a type of political agitation. It had to do with the amendment of our constitution. People were worried that we might end up giving a third term and maybe fourth and fifth term to an individual. There was a lot of dust in the air in 2005. And as God will have it, we navigated through that and brought every person almost on the same page. And it ended without firing a shot. And people were very pleased with the way we handled it, because it could have put our country just like what we have in Guinea, what we have in Chad and Mali and some other countries now that are battling with their constitution. But we were able to solve it, working together. No one person did it. I had incredible senators with me, and we restored the belief in National Assembly one more time. So, given the situation that we are going through now, which I believe our president has done a lot of work, has done his best and still doing so, nothing is so good that it cannot be improved upon. I think somebody like me that has been through some similar, not as dangerous as what we're having today, but some serious agitations, can try and bring together every person so that Nigerians can play as a team. During my time, my chief of staff from Adamawa, Dr. Salihu Bello, I had people from all over the country in the office of Senate President. and everything went smoothly. We ended the era of banana peels. After me, there has not been any banana peels in National Assembly. That is the high turnover of the presiding officers. We ended that because we operated open policy, carried every person along. Every person saw his future. Now we have to reenact that and give every person a hope that Nigeria can survive despite all the difficulties, both global and the one particular to Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. If my memory serves me well, the late Chuba Kadibo did refer to the banana peel within the National Assembly. But, you know, piggybacking on what Adeswa asked you, can you really achieve these lofty objectives? Unite Nigeria, deepen democracy, rebuild the socio-economic infrastructure with the current political structure of the country? Will you restructure Nigeria for you to be able to achieve these lofty goals?
Well, if the situation requires tinkering with the present structure, why not? But we bring the best hands. No one person can do it. We bring the best hands, people that can contribute their specialties. I believe in teamwork a whole lot. And my ability to aggregate those individuals that can find solutions. There's no problem in Nigeria that if we all put our minds to it that we cannot solve. I don't think so. But what is happening in most cases is that some people don't even believe that we can make it. Some people feel that the state has already failed and waiting to collapse. So we have to restore the feeling where every person or most people will feel part of the country. And if we believe in it, every person will work hard, all hands will be on deck. And we can make a lot of difference, I believe so.
Stress the point that's been made, that so many aspirants are coming from the southeast, and the question of the likelihood or your chances of actually clinching the presidential ticket for 2023. I mean, what are your chances, considering the fact that delegates numbers just barely over 800 from the southeast? How do you plan to overcome that obstacle?
It's implied in what I said earlier, that while I was in the National Assembly, chairman of National Assembly, I worked with people from different ethnic groups. I will not be relying exclusively on the votes of delegates from my own area. I'll be relying on delegates from the whole country. And that is the point of unity I'm talking about. And we'll be running our individual records. We'll be combining competence and integrity. We combine the two. And people can check from what we have done before. Not just, as I said in my short speech, that it's not going to be a function of how long your CV is, but what you have done in the past. And that could be indicative of what you can do again.
Don't you believe that the chances are higher if there is a consensus candidate? Again, there are 838 candidates from the Southeast in the APC. It's the region with the least delegates. So with the number of aspirants that have come up, how do you hope to do that? You say, yes, you reach across the aisle, but don't you think that the chances are better with a consensus? Are you looking at that?
Well, that will be for the party to determine, because what having many candidates implies is that there will be lots and lots of options. People can choose. And that is the beauty of democracy, the ability to give people the opportunity of making their choice. I think that will make it more interesting. Consensus is fine, but it may be finer if we confirm the consensus through the ballot box, if it's possible. But it's the prerogative of the party to decide which method they use in selecting the candidate they present. We are all now aspirants, but the party will decide on who is going to be the candidate, who can be easily marketed, across the country.
Very briefly, Senator.
Remember the word unity,
If you can,
to bring every person together.
Great. We look forward to that. But very briefly, Senator, if you can, for those who will say the dynamics of 2005 when you were president of the Senate and the dynamics in 2022 going into 2023 are not the same. And so your CV and your experience then may not count now. What do you say to them?
Well, experience is not sold at wholesale market. You gain it over a period of time and based on what you have done and things you have faced in life. The experiences in 2005 may be borrowed. How to bring people together, how to work with people of various backgrounds and achieve results. No one person has monopoly of ideas. The issue of integration, bring every person together, give every person hope, go for the best. There's no how we will not solve the problems. These security problems, our economic problems, Nigerians can do it. Nigerians are performing so well outside the shores of our country. Why can't we perform better in our own home? There's no other country that has the type of climate we have and the natural endowment. We have oil. We didn't pay for it. Our grandfather didn't pay for it. But our ability to utilize all the natural endowments will help every person. Every state in Nigeria has something to offer if we look inwards properly. So I believe that experience, those of us from the private sector, we can contribute to the public sector very effectively.
Thank you very much, Senator Ken Nnamani there, presidential hopeful, speaking to us.